Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. They're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pints less. From the kickoff to the final whistle blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah.
Wasted world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy. How's everybody doing? 2 seconds. I've got to send this live on TikTok. I put the wrong thing up. We have switched over now to Bulldogs versus Roosters. All right, we're going to go live here on the TikTok. Welcome along. Didn't get a chance to do the graphics in between games for the same game multi, but if you were here for the first game, then you know what it is. I've gone a 4-legger and I've slapped on some combos. We are good to go in this one. Wasted World of Sports, Bulldogs versus the Roosters. Teams coming out onto the field now. Let's go ahead and unmute our special guest for this evening. Here, oh, hang on. I've got to move my camera. Here she is, everybody. Okay. I've still got to move my camera over a wee bit. There we go. Back again.
It's all right. It's all right.
It is Michelle. I'm sorry to tell you all.
Sorry, someone's just set off like fireworks now, and the dog's gonna bark.
Bulldogs versus Roosters should be an absolute blockbuster of a game. Odd Poppet says it's just popped up that it's at Accor Stadium, home of the Bulldog. All right, so if we now try and get this up on the tickety-tock. Bulldogs wearing an old school jersey. Wonder if I'm allowed to call it retro. Jay Little, ahoy there. Who have I got in this one? Look, I'm holding firm with my pick of the Bulldogs. I got the Eels right last game. I'm going to stick firm with the Bulldogs in this one. See if they can get the job done.
Sorry, I was having a few small issues there with my sound. I could not hear you at all, Dan.
That would have made things difficult.
Just a touch. So, yeah, ahoy!
Referee blows his whistle and we're off and running in this one. The Bulldogs with the kickoff and Roosters. Big charge into contact there, Spencer Leniu. And he's lost the ball now as he gets up to play it. A good start, just like that, turned into a bad start. And the Bulldogs will have the first shot here. Well, that's not what Spencer wants going into Origin. He's playing for a Blues jumper. Somebody didn't pick their Blues team.
Yeah, well, somebody forgot and has a full-time job, so.
So do I.
My full-time job isn't this.
Yes, my full-time job is this. Flo Lacey, ahoy. Joseph, ahoy, mates. Oh, you won't be able to see that. You won't be able to see that. Ahoy, Dan and Michelle. Good to see you too. Go Bulldogs. That's on the Twitch chat.
Oh, no, I can't see the Twitch chat, but I can bring up the TikTok chat.
Saluka Fafita with the hit up. Tackle 2. 15 metres out. Bulldogs, red hot opportunity. Max King, 10 metres out from the line. Down the left they go. Burton, out the back to kick out. Steps back in field. I don't have my same game multi-graphics on the screen, but Viliami Kikau is involved. Sexton, out the back it goes, and running out of tackles here, the Bulldogs. Sexton again onto Tracy. Loose pass, but Crichton slips on his bum as he tries to get that kick away. And the Roosters have repelled this attack. Well, poor Stephen Crichton slipping there on the turf. And this might put pay to my same game multi having a lot of try scorers in it.
No, sorry, can't bring up the TikTok chat because that kills the internet.
That's all good. Roosters now bringing it outside their own 20. Surviving that early test. But then Stephen Crichton wasn't able to get that kick away.
Game of Mel's, yeah, it was good. And Relly's over from the UK and I'm from Sydney, so it was pretty hectic.
Nafahu White, just short of halfway. And now beyond Connor Watson to Teddy, who bobbles the ball. Must be very, very slippery out there.
Just kind of relax with a drink, I'm not going to lie.
Fifth and last and down the short side. Savala puts it high, very high. And Connor Tracy, that's a tester, but he does well. 15 out from their own line, Bulldogs. Hoping for a high-scoring game, says Quiz Juice. High-scoring game with lots of try scorers for the multi would be very nice indeed. Bulldogs carry it outside their own 30. Sonny Yapuru. Ahoy, mate. And an early kick here from the Bulldogs inside the 40. And finding touch. Not a lot of distance on it.
Oh, look, GameML, I'm having mad technical issues at the moment. Sound, video, whole bloody lot. Awesome.
Roosters will start this set. 40 out from their own line. Connor Watson. New South Wales Blues bound.
Cool.
One would have to expect anyway.
I heard you calling Zach Lomax as, playing himself back into a New South Wales jersey. I didn't realise he'd lost it after last year.
If I said back into, I probably just got carried away with excitement. Into a Blues jersey. Well, he's only just come back from injury, you see, so he had to prove his match fitness.
Yeah, I get that. And you got to be fit for Origin, don't you?
Ball batted back, and now the kick into the end goal. Beware the second kick. Connor Tracy leads the chase, though. And over the dead ball line it goes. But the Roosters, I did reckon that they'd be up for this. Well, anything's got to be better than that dismal game that we just saw.
Yeah, right?
Good Lord, that was awful.
Actually, a player called Piers Paul.
Yeah, Kai Pearce-Paul.
Now you got to call him the lie.
Definitely a private school kid with a name like that. Batted back here, the short dropout. And Tedesco dives on it. I still can't believe that there's people legitimately saying Tedesco for Origin. Been there, done that.
People are always going to say it.
Ashton Curtis says Bulldogs will win the grand final. Early days. They've got to get there first.
When he plays in New South Wales.
Hogs the ball a lot too when he's in sky blue. Short ball here for Nafahu White. A metre out. The Roosters could strike first, and that would set up a great game. Savala to Teddy. Pops it on. And Marky Mark Nawaqanitawase scores. It's a tick off the multi. Marky Mark.
Put him in my multi too.
The first tick off the multi. First try for the Rooster. Teddy with the bat on.
You.
Montoya caught jamming in, left the wing exposed, but still stepping back in field. He had a lot of work to do still there, Marky Mark. Stepping back in field. Tick off the multi, nice and early. That's what you love to see. WST, you actually specifically had him as first try scorer.
One of my multis. I managed to put 2 multis on for this one.
WST very specifically had him as first try scorer. How about that?
Very nice. Very nice. Who else is in my Marky Mark multi? I've got... where is he? I've got Marky Mark, Viliame Kickout, and Stephen Crichton.
Very nice. No Bronson Sherry this week.
No, I think
you've had enough of him.
Yeah, he's in my other multi.
You've had enough of him.
No, he's in my other multi with Daniel Tupou and Marcelo Montoya.
Sandon Smith from out wide pumps the conversion right down the middle. It's 6-0. The Roosters have come to play.
Hang on, WST, you 20K. How much did you put on him to be first try scorer? My goodness. Well then, I think I tipped the Knights in the previous game, so I'm already kicking myself this weekend.
Did you miss the news about Bradman Best being injured in the pre-game? Or in training, rather?
No, I did see that. I just assumed that, Kalen Ponga might actually do something.
Oh, no. Is this high contact here on Spencer Leniu? Saluka Fafita looks a bit dazed and confused. Oh, yeah, shoulder to the face.
The look of a crazy person right now.
And that's exactly why he's in my Origin squad.
Spencer Leniu?
Yeah, he's a crazy man. And that's what you need to rile up these Queenslanders.
Yeah, you can't do that, though.
Do what? Run the ball back into...
What he did.
Run the ball back from the kickoff. Of course you're allowed to run the ball back from the kickoff.
They're calling him out. So they're going to call him out, but no.
No, nobody's getting called out.
Absolutely.
Saluka Fafita just... Yes, Saluka Fafita just went in 2 upright into contact. Oh, this is beautiful. We've got a tick off the multi nice and early. Things are going well in this one. Angus Crichton.
2 more.
Driven back in the tackle. Watson onto Tedesco. Dummies. Nobody's falling for that one. I'm going to stand firm with the Bulldogs. Emmanuel Vincent, ahoy mate, by the way, channel member. I'm going to stick firm with the Doggies.
Yeah, I think I tipped the Dogs as well.
Savala with the kick downfield, taken by Connor Tracy. Tracy brings it back to the 20, and he's picked up and driven backwards. The Roosters, though, I did say they'll be right up for this one, and they are right up for it. Category 1, Saluka Fafita ruled out. Oh, that's a huge loss. That's a big loss for the Bulldogs.
Very quick assessment.
Oh, yeah, you could see it in his eyes.
The way he was...
You could see it in the poor guy's eyes. He was done.
Mm.
Tackle 3 now, inside their own 20. They're going to spit it wide to the left. Bronson Sherry almost gets through. Dragged down by Robert Toyer. Had him by the jersey. Kickout offloads. Back for Marnie. Marnie wrapped up 40 metres out from their own line. Saluka Fafita's ruled out. Category 1 HIA. AP. Cat 1 HIA tried to put a hit on Spencer Leniu. Came off second best. And third best. His shadow came second.
Honestly, though, the look in Spencer Leniu's eyes was just crazy, man.
Ah. Yes, indeed. Waste of Water Sports YouTube chat pinned top comment is a video link to my predicted Blues squad for 2025 Game 1. Do feel free to check that out after the game. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Suss it out afterwards.
Do I have time to do one this weekend?
I'm not going to edit it.
Yes.
Yeah, you had your chance for me doing the editing. If you can do the editing too, go right ahead. Go right ahead. As this ball bounces awkwardly over the head of Montoya, he does manage to reel it in here for the Bulldogs. 6-0 Roosters, 10 minutes gone. I'm going to try and get my multi up on the screen in some capacity if I can. Oh, no, that's going to be far too awkward. Oh, well. We'll live without the multi on the screen for one game.
Sure.
It's not like it's, let's face it, it's not like it's going to hit anyway.
There's not, I can't really see. Oh, no, there's the graphics that have come up. There we go. Graphics
Burton
on
with a
there.
kick from
I
deep
really
inside
like-
the 40. He's got a great angle on it. And it pulls up. Does it pull up short or has it gone over? They'll have a close inspection. And it's just short of the 20-meter line. Oh, Burton thought he had pulled off a 40-20.
Damn.
This had to be close. Well, we're not going to tell from that camera angle, for crying out loud. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's very close.
Just a half a meter. Goodness me. Ugh.
They need the same sideline technology that they're using in rugby union that detects exactly where the ball crosses over the touchline.
Yeah, no, yeah, they got more money over there. Have I been on since I did the NBA stream? I can't remember.
No,
I haven't.
no, you have not. No, I don't believe so. Because I haven't
No.
I haven't changed any of the screens until tonight. That's why it was such a
Oh.
rush, because I'm like, oh God, I've got to activate this and activate that, and it was such a let's never do that again. Let's have you pre-prepared, because that was such a mad rush in between games.
For what? Tonight?
Yeah, to get you on the screen.
Okay.
Oh, Connor Tracy's hurt now. Connor Tracy, maybe it's just a cramp. Oh, the Bulldogs can't afford to lose anyone else. He's limping around in back play.
I'd just like to say that I told you around, sometime today that, I was going to do this stream and you did have time to prepare.
20 out from their own line here. Tedesco will get up and play it. Marky Mark Nawaqanitawase, first try scorer. I reckon he would have been one of the lower odd scorers. Straight up the middle go the Roosters into open space. Tupou can't get the offload away. He should have given it, but still front foot ball here for the Roosters. 20 out. Sandon Smith is tackled on play 4. Watson sends it to the right. Savala shows it inside, goes out. And Siwa Wong tipped up 15 metres out. Staying on the short side. Savala. Grubber kick in behind the line, and it's batted dead by the Bulldogs for some reason. I got a feeling that might have been a lost ball from Bronson Sherry, because I don't know why you would bat it dead from 15 metres out.
Yeah, me either. Oh, goodness me. And I was going to say...
Oh, here's the replay, though. Just 2 seconds. Oh, he should have given it. Unmarked man outside him.
Now that we have a second, when I did the NBA stream, the graphics and like the ball bouncing and going into the hoop when, you know, when they got a basket and everything. I love that. That was fantastic. I don't know if you'd set that up or found that online or something, but oh, it was so good.
Yeah, except...
You didn't?
Huh? Oh, no, except that it was about 5 minutes ahead of you.
Yeah. My ESPN on KO was a good minute behind the live feed, which once I had that pointed out to me, it kind of threw me for the rest of the game. But it was still fun to call it. Like, it wasn't a Celtics game. Prayers up for Jason Tatum, because apparently
eye contact
when an NBA player goes down. But yeah, it was still lots of fun. So next time, apparently, if I stream the game through my Sportsbet account or Bet365 or something, it's actually straight up live. So I'll have to test that one out.
High contact penalty, and are they going to take the 2 here to make it an 8-0 lead? I did say the Roosters, they'd be up for this.
I believe
And up for it, they are.
On to an ad break. But yeah, I think whoever was bounced around in the chats, Game of Mel dropped in, and a few other people. I had good feedback from the NBA game, so it was good fun. I'll have to do another one.
Oh, very
before the
nice.
season ends up.
More NBA.
Tackled.
More NBA on the
Absolutely.
Wasted World of Sports.
Yeah. Well, it does look like the Celtics will probably get bundled out tomorrow. They had a heroic effort yesterday after superstar Jason Tatum ruptured his Achilles and had to have surgery, which means he'll probably miss most of next season, if not all of it. So that was pretty devastating for him.
Sandon Smith puts the penalty goal over, and it's 8-0.
I don't know if we can be friends now, Ed Vogel. Jalen Brunson has been driving me insane. He's flopping almost as much as LeBron. So, but the Celtics played like crap in the first 2 games, so they've only got themselves to blame.
Ethan Cross says, come on, Canterbury. They've lost the ball again from the kickoff, the Roosters. Here come the Bulldogs, spreading it immediately to the left. Bronson Sherry wrapped up by Robert Toya. Well,
They didn't do anything for him last time.
the Roosters not helping themselves, though. Spencer Leniu again. Well, hopefully he doesn't do that in Origin.
You're that sure he's going to get picked, eh?
Burton steps back in field. Sexton, 10 metres out. To the right they go. Short pass. Here's Maxi King. King's held up a couple of metres out just to the right of the posts. Marnie, short ball. Crash ball. Well defended by the Roosters. Victor, the inflictor. Put some pain on the attack there. 5th and last. Sexton to Tracy. Puts the kick in behind the line, and it's way too heavy. It is a mile too heavy.
He would have had that down.
The TV commentators did their best to make that sound exciting, but that was so heavy over the dead ball line.
He Superman dived hard for it.
Oh, and they're having a look for a touch here. Was this a captain's challenge? Or they just... Yes, it is. Captain's challenge. Was there a touch by Sandon Smith? Connor Tracy belted the bollocks off the ball here to put the kick in behind the line.
It was absolutely a touch by Sandon Smith. See anything from that angle, but from the other angle, you can see the ball's trajectory changes. They're not going to lose this challenge this early, are they? Because they're looking at it from that angle.
Connor Tracy's
Yeah,
in the way there.
ball.
Angus Crichton's in the way there.
Yeah, but you can see the ball's trajectory changes next to Angus Crichton's head.
Challenge retained,
Oh, no.
but unsuccessful. And the Roosters will get the 7-tackle set here.
So they reckon they couldn't see it.
Yeah, no camera angle that showed the footage clearly enough. And the Roosters,
Apparently.
here they come, 7-tackle set.
I don't know. What do we think of the Vegas teams next year?
Well, the
Tells me all I need to know.
the Cowboys game should be a good one, should they match them up correctly. Kick out, Swips on the loose ball. Can't get the fend on Marky Mark. And we're coming back. Referee's whistle. Double knock on. Bulldogs. Well defended. Yeah, the Bulldogs are going right. Bulldogs Cowboys would be a good game if that's where they're looking at what they're looking at doing. The Dragons Knights could be a bit of a stinker. I mean, obviously they'll be slightly different teams next season, but yeah, God, based on what we saw
Basing that on
tonight.
Today's performance.
Whew. Boy, oh boy. I mean, at least there were some excuses tonight for the Knights. No Bradman Best, no Greg Marju, no Jack Cogger. Penalty now to the Bulldogs. And they had a man sent off. They had 10 minutes with a man down. So there were some excuses tonight, but God, they were awful. Cohen 212 on TikTok says, so in Vegas, it'll be Doggies versus Dragons. So Cowboys versus Knights. Yikes.
Has that been announced?
I don't know if that's been confirmed or not, or just an assumption. Daddy, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. Not my real dad, of course. Otherwise, I would have said Old Panther. It's just a username. 8 points to 0. Roosters in the lead, almost a quarter of a way through this one. Loose pass out the back. Backwards it is, though.
I think that was a loose pass. He just dropped it.
Just dropped it cold.
Dropped it cold.
I wasn't really watching. Around the grounds, the Waratahs are being hammered by the Crusaders. 31 points to 7.
DJ Shack, ahoy. I'm sorry if you said ahoy and I missed it.
Kurtman gets through the first tackle, but Angus Crichton brings him down with the help of Sia Wong. Fifth and last, Sexton with the crossfield kick. Going to land about 5 out from the line. Carraz takes it. Carraz is caught with the ball. And that'll be a handover 5 meters out. Well defended there by the Roosters.
Tried to get that offload, didn't he?
Oh, he wanted it badly. He's got a Blues jumper to play for. Carraz. Zach Lomax has planted the flag and said, this is where you have to reach. Carraz has got to put in a monster performance to try and steal that jersey.
I'm very looking forward to New South. Let me start that again in English. I'm very much looking forward to State of Origin game.
Oh, it started in English.
I said that I'm not keen for it.
The very first word was English. It kind of fell apart after that.
It fell apart very quickly. One weekend I was streaming, I've forgotten how to do it.
Angus Crichton, ferocious run. Not a lot of meters made, but couldn't take him to ground. Jordan 2.0, ahoy mates. Is that Geordie Aussie on a new account, hence the 2.0? Or do we just have Jordans out the wazoo here at the Wasted World of Sports?
Did
Down
you
the short
stream
side.
the Storm Tigers game last weekend?
Bronson Sherry. Yes, I did. Bronson Sherry on tackle 3.
Ended at half time.
There was, hey, last weekend, there was no such thing as games being over at halftime. We saw a lot of comebacks, except for that one. But we didn't know that at the time. Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time. We'd had an entire weekend of comebacks. And yeah, that one certainly. That's what I said every other game where there was a comeback. As they try and keep this ball in the field of play. But into touch it is. It's broken the plane, as they say. And the Bulldogs find touch. Great effort, though, by Mark Nawaqanitawase. God, he's a good player. Such a loss to Australian rugby.
I was sitting next to my dad watching the Broncos-Rabbitohs game, and he's not a fan of Latrell Mitchell at all. He was like, I could feel the anger emanating from him, radiating off of him, watching that game. Oh, Latrell Mitchell, ice cold. Reckon he'll be in Origin?
Oh, absolutely. Starting centre. To the left they go. Hayward onto Burton. Kick out. Tapped down or tapped up by Mark and into touch. Saved a try. But 6 more tackles here for the Bulldogs. Shakes his head like he's just got out of the pool from swimming.
Is he in contention? Like, can he play? Is he in South
he would be. Yeah, he would be eligible, but yeah, I can't imagine that he'd be behind a long list of players at the moment. Although the way that he's going, that list would be shortening.
Yeah.
Sexton to the right of the post, onto Tracy. Cuts back in field, gets it back for Marnie. Marnie with a flat pass there to Burton. 10 metres out from the line here. The Bulldogs. Can they crack this Roosters defence? Hot Boy, I think is his name. A metre out. To the left they go. Hayward. Back to the front of the post. Maxi King. 5 metres out. There's just no gaps here in the Roosters defence. Left they go. Hayward. Grubber kick in behind the line, and it's a bit heavy as well. God, they've got to pull about 2 metres off these kicks into the end goal, the Bulldogs.
Did Tedesco knock that over?
No.
No. No, he didn't, but he copped a smack
7
on the
tackle
head for his
set.
trouble.
Should have been a slap on the bum.
Well, he was
Blake Steep. Blake Steep onto the field. Tay on TikTok says doggies have to win. Have to win. Have to win for you, Tay? Because they don't have to win in the context of the competition. I would actually say the Roosters have to win this one in the context of the competition.
Yep.
Bradley onto Crichton. Crichton fends off. Says to Victor, come on, back behind me, mate. Stands in the tackle, 40 out from the line. Oh, Stephen Crichton's just gone down in a heap.
He just got shoved. It was another don't argue kind of by Crichton.
5th and last. The high ball, contestable. Carraz versus Billy Smith. Carraz comes down with it. Stephen Crichton steps around Billy Smith with ease. But not a whole lot of meters to be made. Carraz with the offload to Tracy. Montoya gets the pass out the back to nobody. And it's there for Mark, and the Roosters go inside the 20. The flick pass out the back for Wong. Oh, no, it's Toya. Robert Toya will score the try. Mark, Nawaqanitawase. A try and now a try assist. Oh, the Roosters are on fire. Oh,
close to putting him in my multi, but I went with Montoya.
God. We were talking all through the Eels-Knights game because it was so shocking. We were talking about this game, and I gave all the reasons why the Roosters are a good chance at winning this game. But did I even consider changing my tip? No. No. I've got to start listening to myself.
Hey, well, we're talking about the comebacks, so, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah, look, it's still not over.
From the Dogs.
It is still not over yet, but when I said the Roosters would be well up for the fight, this is not what I had in mind. Not what I had in mind at all.
Moving far too quickly for that one.
Look at that ball handling. Mark Nawaqanitawase with the flick pass.
because there was a tackle at one point there that was definitely looking like it was going to be some ball handling.
Mhm. Roosters up 12-0.
Me.
Kick to come. Should be a simple kick as well. Marky Mark putting on a clinic.
I didn't put him in my multi. Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't have Robert Toya. I got I put Marky Mark in, of course.
Yeah, me too. But I went with Marcelo Montoya.
And
Score. God. Oh, hang on.
yeah, geez, I loaded up on Bulldogs. Has this try been confirmed yet? No, it hasn't.
No.
Time off. Ashley Klein blows.
Oh.
Ashley Klein has blown time off, and they're going to have a look. Has Robert Toya just goofed up?
He's bobbled that ball.
Ah, he's lost it. Has he regathered it?
I was like, hang on, he hasn't scored this.
Gosh.
That's a bit silly.
Robert Toya. Wow. Everybody who's got Robert Toya in their multi right now is throwing their stuff at the television.
He said me because I didn't put him in my multi.
No try. Well, he was telling
Dear
Porkies.
me.
He got up and celebrated like he just won the grand final,
Oh,
and that came back to bite.
he's telling major porkies, wasn't he?
8 points to 0 it remains. We'll take that one away. Oh, Marky Mark Nawaqanitawase did all that hard work. The beautiful, well, wasn't really a lot of hard work. He picked the ball up and then flicked past it. But you know what I mean. It was a sensational offload.
It was
Just-
a fantastic offload.
Just to have Goofy Magoo drop it over the line. Unbelievable. Isabella Cowley says that the Dogs are still on the bus.
No.
They're just having a
6
hard
minutes
time
and they're
breaking
down
down
by
this
8 points.
defense. They're just having a hard time breaking down this Roosters defense, which has been rock solid. Burton will kick on tackle 4, just trying something a little different. And Tedesco under it. Tackled 5 meters out from his own line. Tedesco. Pour myself another drink here.
You've got another drink. I've got a bottle next to me. I needed it after this week and after last weekend. Even though I feel like I did nothing but drink and eat with the rallies here.
Yeah, my screen right now. You think I don't have a bottle as well?
Cheers.
Ah. Oh, what's that Maker's Mark?
Cheers indeed.
Yeah, I can tell by the shape of the bottle.
Found it in the bar. Was
How
like,
do you-
that'll do.
As this kick from the Roosters is too deep. 7 tackle set incoming from the Bulldogs. How to tell that you're a raging alcoholic? You recognize a bottle by the shape as soon as it's held up to a camera.
Well, it's a pretty,
It's a pretty
It's
distinct
good.
bottle, isn't it? Kind of like a Kraken.
pretty distinct.
Like I would know a Kraken as soon as it was held up.
And a Jack because of the label.
Yeah.
They're all pretty distinct.
Connor
Right.
Tracy brings it outside the 40. Oh, yeah. Waifufi says Toya no try comes second to Jaden Sewer. Jaden Sewer still wins that one, hands down. Absolutely. Burton steps back in field.
Bloody awful.
Yeah, did you see that one, Michelle? Jaden Sewer's no try
What was that?
in Magic
last
Round?
weekend?
Yes. Magic
No,
Round.
Magic Round, yes. Because I was streaming, I think, with you.
No, not the Dragons.
Sure we were. Oh,
Ball is spilt forward, and Marnie comes down with it. Marnie runs in behind his own player there, has to take a knee.
oh,
But opportunity still here for the Bulldogs.
that was a massive, massive mistake from Marky Mark there.
Curtis Moran, 10 metres out now in front of the posts. Bulldogs looking to head back. Sexton to Crichton. Short ball for Harry Hayes. 5 out from the line.
I justify my choice.
Sexton out the back for Hayward. Inside ball. 10 metres out. Hop or you'll play it. They go left. Hayward to Burton. Again, the inside ball is the call. Sherry heading across field. And he is sacked. Losing ground here. That's better. Curtis Moran, straight forwards.
The defense from these Roosters is just insane.
Fifth and last. Sexton to Crichton. Puts it straight onto the chest of the Roosters and away they go. They're going to go length of the field here, potentially. Sandon Smith versus Stephen Crichton. Crichton's tracking him down. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. They've made the tackle. Stephen Crichton kicked the ball. He had no right to chase that down. Numbers now. Numbers out the wazoo here. Toya steps back in field. Oh, he wants his try, Toya. He had 3 unmarked players outside him. He wants the try back. They stay short side the Roosters. Tedesco, 5 out. They almost went length of the field there. What an effort by Stephen Crichton. That's the sort of effort play you like to see.
Those long-ass legs are going to run down pretty much anyone.
He's about twice the size of poor little Sandon. Took him a while to run him down, though.
That was huge. He sort of capitulated in the end, didn't he, too, Sandon?
Yeah, he surrendered. He realised he was getting caught. Lindsay Collins here, a couple of meters out.
Was the other word too big?
Oh, I just didn't want to use the same word. It's very unprofessional broadcasting to use the same word twice.
No, tell that to Gus.
Tell that to all of them on 9 and Fox Sports. Connor Watson now darts back to the short side. Bends off Kickow. Back towards the midfield. Angus Crichton pops it up for Teddy. Numbers to the left. Tupou angles back in field. 1-on-1 with Hayward. Flicks it out the back for Angus. A metre short. Crash ball. Teddy loses it. And it's battered dead. Teddy thinks he's got a poke in the eye.
I'm going to have a look at this.
Oh, he's claiming to the referee here. My eyes were attacked. Just as long as we don't attack the precious ass cheeks.
Marianne.
Well, he's lost the ball.
Just dancing around, bro. Play the game.
He lost the ball before the hit.
Yes, he did. You can't LeFlop your way out of that one, Teddy.
Yeah, it'll be a penalty, though, for the high contact. Take the 2.
Oh, he's wandered off. So, I love it when he tells me so that I can do something about commentary. But they are taking the 2. No, they're not taking the 2. They're taking the tap. And they're going back on the attack, the Roosters. With Lindsay Smith, I believe, trying to crash tackle ball. It didn't work, but they're going up the middle there. It's two or three Bulldogs there to bring him down. Oh, little fumble there from, what's his name? I really wish I had the team sheets up so I could see the names.
Crash ball for Lindsay Collins. And Lindsay Collins is over. Lindsay Collins is over. Well, I did say that there would be forwards scoring tries tonight, but that's not who we had. We had Viliami Kikau, and I was talking about Nat Butcher.
And Angus Crichton.
And Angus Crichton.
Name to the Roosters.
Oh, he gets it down. Lindsay Collins. He's excited about it.
Gets it down. He's not telling porkies. He's like, finally, we got there.
Wow. Oh, wow. Roosters. Well, I did say that they would be up for this fight. Good Lord, though. I did not expect this. I really did not expect this.
Let me call him Lindsay Smith. Who the hell is Lindsay Smith?
Who said Lindsay Smith? Me?
Me.
Oh.
I don't have the team lists.
Well, you got the Lindsay, right?
I got Lindsay, right? What's number 9's name? I don't even know.
Connor Watson. You should know. You should know. He plays for the Blues.
Old mate, Easter Island. It's like one of those statues with his nose.
There is a hush around this stadium. Sandon Smith converts from just to the left of the post. Knee crumbler, ahoy, mate. If the Bulldogs lose, will the Warriors be ranked 1 for the first time ever? Well, I think the Warriors would still have to win their game, right?
Who are they playing?
The Dolphins at Suncorp. That is not a given.
Yeah, but it's an afternoon game, and don't the Wilds love the afternoon games?
4 and against. Okay. The Bulldogs 4 and against going into this game is 106. The Warriors 4 and against going into this weekend is 1. So I think the Bulldogs would have to get pumped by 50 and the Warriors would have to win by 50 for there to be any chance of that happening.
1?
Yes.
Wow.
+1. +1.
Wow.
The Bulldogs plus 100.
Are the Wilds actually second on the ladder?
Yes. As now the Roosters come up with a mistake.
Are we living in?
Zach Docker Clay with the spilt ball. Bulldogs
What kind
a
of
chance to
alternate
hit
universe
back.
is this? For real?
Well, if they win 1,200 to 0, knee crumbler, they'll definitely take first spot should the Bulldogs lose this one. War Crimes needs Carraz and Sherry. Not looking too good, though. Yeah, mine's not up on the screen, but
You've still got one half of football to go. Calm down.
I haven't got mine on the screen, but I do have one tick, though. Marky Mark, Nawaqanitawase. Bulldogs, though, looking to get themselves on the board, 14-0 down. They won't be concerned about having to make a comeback. We saw what they did to the Raiders coming back from 20-0 down. Sherry, coming back from 20-0 down against the Roosters would be a completely different prospect, though, wouldn't it? I mean, no offense to the Raiders. Oh, wait. Yes, I do.
I was waiting for that. Huh.
20 points to 0, and they cocked it up. Curtis Morin, 25 out in midfield. They play it 5th and last. Sexton, that's a shocker, but it will be contestable at least. Everyone lets it bounce, and it's claimed by the Roosters, 5 out from their own line.
They all just went falling over nothing.
Old Easter Island is down in back play. Oh, he's up again now. Jeez, he got up quick.
Now.
That happened quick. He'll be playing for Queensland. Lindsay Collins.
So one of my I shouldn't say it if it's deemed to be any form of racism, and I certainly don't mean to say it as in a racist way, calling him Easter Island. It's just because he got one of them big flat noses.
Oh, I thought his entire head looked like an Easter Island head. No, there's absolutely nothing. There's nothing racist about it at all.
We are terrible, terrible people.
Marcelo Montoya brings it outside the 20.
I'm not kidding. I've usually been asleep by this time every night this week.
That's horrible.
Except for Monday night.
Ah. I forgot. People work.
Oh, no.
Some people don't have
left on Tuesday.
Yeah, some people don't have the luxury of doing this. As Kickow makes a break. Beats a couple of defenders, and he's brought down over halfway.
No,
Inside ball.
left on Tuesday morning. So Monday afternoon, we started in on the cocktails, and I was making...
Burton puts this kick up. It's a high ball, contestable. Nawaqanitawase's under it, takes it well, bumps off the kick chase, but doesn't make any meters. Well done, though, Marky Mark. So we get into the cocktails.
Yeah, I had the old 666 Cape Grim butter washed vodka out.
Did you and your family basically just drink the whole visit? This ball spilt out the back. Dived on by the Roosters, but the call is knock on. And the Bulldogs will get another opportunity here right before halftime. 37.5 minutes of just raced by. But the Bulldogs, can they get themselves off 0 going into halftime?
That was Tupou. No, we didn't drink the whole time, but
Just
beverages
90%
were
of it.
consumed. There was cocktails and wine and beers for those who drink it.
Left edge they go for Burton. Just goes straight into contact. 10 meters out here. In midfield, Hot Boy. 10 meters out. Not asking any questions at the moment, but they go left for Hayward. Crash ball for Kickout. Gets the arms free. Can't get that ball away to Burton. Oh, and then a little punch to the side of the head was it for Kickout. A little love tap.
It was a little tap. He's like, get up. my
6
legs."
again for the
I mean,
Bulldogs.
You gotta
Control
get
that
the
temper,
little
mate.
legs, So,
Control that temper.
it's a little hard to
Hayward.
get unraveled from them.
Inside ball for Moran. Moran goes. He's been great since he came on. Curtis Moran forced onto the field early because of the concussion. Tapped on by Kickow, and Montoya can't scoop it up. Great defense from the Roosters. They are well up for this game. Sam and Boski Sam.
Shocking
How
pass.
about that? Over on the TikTok, back-to-back Sams. Sam says, so the Roosters doing well. And then Boski Sam, how are we? Ahoy, Boski Sam and Sam. The back-to-back Sams.
No, they I don't know. Burton's not having a great game, to be honest. Because that was his pass that went.
He's got his
askew
focus.
there.
He's got his focus on Origin.
But
Perhaps.
He shouldn't. He should have his focus on club games.
Yeah, absolutely, you should. Burka says, who are you going for, Sharkies or Storm? I'll be going for the Sharks, but the common sense decision is to tip the Melbourne Storm. But I'm a Sharkies boy.
Hope that's a good game.
Oh, forward pass there from Teddy on halfway. The gap opened up, but it was a mile forward.
Come on, Teddy. You know it. We all know it.
And that should see us into half time. 14 points to nil, the Roosters.
Okay, maybe it was only just forward, but it was still forward, and then Touchy actually called it. So, But
14 points to
they
nil.
look dangerous with those line breaks.
The Roosters. Well, I did say that they would be up for this fight. I did not expect this, though. I really did not.
Is only really just that short, or is Matt Burton taller than I think?
No, Reed Marnie's... Well, Matt Burton's a massive, massive dude. But Reed Marnie is...
He's really not that big.
Who? Matt Burton?
Well, he
Matt
was
Burton's-
kick out, so
Matt Burton's like 6'3", 6'4".
no way.
Yes, he is. Reed Marnie's probably...
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
Up the mighty Storm, says AG Storm 1. Oh, Storm 11, sorry. All right, halftime is the perfect time to be talking about NBA, and you have been asked a question.
Have I where?
Sam Games wants to know if you're worried about the
okay.
Celtics now that Channing Tatum is
Am
gone.
I worried about the Celtics? Can I answer? Can I ask my own questions?
You looked confused, so I was helping you out. I didn't know that you could see it yet.
Well, I didn't know if it was on TikTok or not. Look, I was worried about it yesterday, to be honest, but they came out and showed a lot of heart. If they can do it again and force game 7, I think the Knicks will be really worried because, yeah, I mean, Jason Tatum is a superstar, but he's not the only superstar on that team. And how about Luke Cornett? I saw somebody called him Luke Skyblocker because of all the blocks he got. He was an absolute menace on the court. He just blocked. He got 7 blocks. So he pretty much blocked the entire starting bench, I think. The entire starting 5, at least. So, yeah, it was... Yeah, Sam Games, I mean, I feel like they could do it too, because I feel like the other superstars on the team could step up to do it for Tatum. You know, like at least make the ECF, the Eastern Conference final, for those who are uninitiated.
Are you going to do the game?
Yeah.
What's your next basketball game?
Well, I mean, if you're up and ready to set it up, I could do the Celtics game at 10 a.m.
Do you want to, though? I guess is the thing, which is because that's your team, right? You would be like so passionate.
Look,
Are you going to be like Origin level hissy fits if it goes south?
There won't be hissy fits. If it goes south,
There's
pretty
been
much
hissy
already
fits in
resigned to the
Origin.
fact- I was resigned to the fact that Game 5 was going to go south. But Game 5 didn't, and now there's a Game 6. So, I'm resigned to the fact that Game 6 is going to go south. But who knows?
There can be no denying that there's been hissy fits in Origin streams.
I'm not denying it. Just,
Well, hopefully it won't be necessary this year. Hopefully the Blues pick the squad that I've posted in the YouTube chat, pinned comment up the top. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll try and get my multi on the screen.
Coming out.
I actually had this conversation with the old Panther during the latest Generations podcast.
Why is there another Karate Kid movie coming out?
Not specifically that, but as to we did a little bit of a deep dive into some of the reasons maybe why the Bears were given the branding for the new Perth team. And we talked about how Hollywood just rely on remakes to piggyback off of existing fan bases. There's nothing new anymore. And we just wondered if maybe the NRL's doing something similar with the branding of expansion teams. Why would we create something brand new when we can just build off an existing fan base, a passionate fan base like the Bears? But that'll be coming up over the course of the weekend once I get I've almost got it finished editing, so that'll be launching soon, probably after the streams tomorrow, the new Generations podcast.
I mean, I get it, but also like they're taking the branding out of North Sydney and taking it to Perth, like the other side of the country. Like,
yes,
even some of the most passionate fans would hate that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's worked out all right for the AFL. But anyways, that whole thing is coming once I finish editing it. The Fresh Generations episode.
Right.
Formula One's on this weekend as well. So there'll be if you did the basketball tomorrow, there will be a multitude of non-rugby league related streams this weekend.
Well, maybe I should do the basketball tomorrow then.
Yeah, because I've got the F1. I'm gonna try and get Jamie in for that one.
What time is it tomorrow? I think it's 10 a.m. I don't know if it'll load. Every time I tried to open something before, it would die on me.
Good Lord, that's a long name. I'm going to try my best. D'Lo. Laleo. Oh, God. That's a long name.
Is his name on TikTok?
Yeah. Owns Lennox for life. D-Lo Lely owns Lennox for life. Okay. I wonder if I did all right there. D-Lo Lely owns Lennox for life. How did I do? That's my attempt at saying that name. Toya is your cousin. Very nice. We've had cousins on the stream before. We've had brothers on this. Remember we had the Hetherington brother on here once.
We did.
Yeah.
You should tell your cousin that he needs to have control of the ball when he goes for
ground the ball properly. Well, I wasn't going to bring it up for the... Jeez.
You're allowed to with cousins, aren't you? You're allowed to bring that up and...
I was going to let that one slide. Andrew, thank you very much for the rose over there on TikTok. Very much appreciate that. Can I give...
Say how unimpressed Andrew John looks right now.
Andrew Boswell. Well, I'm not surprised. The Knights were abysmal tonight. But,
yeah.
I was going to say we don't normally do this, but Bo Unit a $50 super chat on YouTube in the previous stream deserves another shout out. Thank you, Bo Unit. We usually just do the one shout out and that's it. But I mean, I think
I wasn't here for it, so I didn't know. So I think that's great.
I think $50 is worth a secondary shout out in the follow up stream for sure.
Absolutely.
Sal asks who scores next. Who's going to be the next try scorer? Well, hopefully somebody from my multi. Oh, the trouble for me at the moment is I've put so many Bulldogs in my multi. So many Bulldogs. They need a big second half. They need a big second half like they had against the Raiders.
All right. Bo Unit, thank you with the super chat.
Yeah, cheers, Bo Unit. $14 points to nil at the break. Well, we've seen comebacks from here in, last weekend's games. There were a lot of them. Will we see one tonight? State of Origin promo. Bring it on. I'm actually excited for State of Origin. I don't know how to feel about that.
Did you see? You wouldn't have seen it. I'll have to find it and send it to you. So just old mate jumping at the end there reminded me. In the AFL last week, one of the guys went to jump for a mark, missed the ball completely, but completely cleared the head of the guy he was jumping towards. You kind of saw him. He was standing up straight and he leapt and jumped over him. Like, it was close to a teabagging, but it was, completely cleared old mate's head. It was insane how high this guy jumped. Good old teabag.
Andrew Boswell says, and up the wires. And Andrew Boswell, thank you very much for the rose. If I didn't say so already, I feel like I did.
Attention to the ladder.
I feel like I did. Zachariah says, you guys are the second best commentary in the NRL, only behind NRL Grandstand. You know what? I'll take that because when I was out on the road, I used to listen to NRL Grandstand. So I will take that.
NRL Grandstand.
That, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Zachariah, but that's the ABC boys, right? ABC Radio. If I'm correct.
Yeah, Grandstand is ABC. Yep.
Oh,
I
will take that. I will take that.
We'll take that, as Dan has said. Sam Games asks on YouTube, Michelle, Nuggets or OKC Game 7, who's winning?
Nuggets. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Nuggets always win with you, Dan.
I just really feel like Nuggets. Jim Condon with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Jim Condon.
Cheers. Yeah, look, I'm gonna go OKC because they wanted more. I think they wanted more. The Timberwolves, didn't they put away Golden State today or yesterday?
Really?
Yeah,
So the Golden State Warriors are out.
Yep.
Ah,
what
that's
a shame.
funny.
What
Isn't that
shame.
Isn't that like old mate's team? The one that everybody knows?
Team.
I don't know his name. The one that everybody knows.
Stephen Curry.
One of the star players. Yeah, the guy that always makes me feel like Indian food. Yes.
Why? Because his last name's Curry.
Yes.
Yeah, he's out injured. So yeah.
Ah, okay. So he wasn't even playing.
He wasn't playing the last few games, but they did trade Jimmy Butler They did get Jimmy Butler from Miami.
James
who's a
James
superstar
Taylor.
Miami's team.
James Taylor wants to know, can Celtics win Game 6?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Look, if they play like they did yesterday, then yes. They played up. They played with heart. They had extra. What's the word? They had something extra to play for because JT's injured.
They were on fire.
Yeah, they were honestly. They were.
You know, NBA Jam.
Yes, I remember.
He's on fire.
Derek White was amazing. I actually watched a doco about how that got made a few months ago. It was on SBS or something about how it was made and how it wasn't really picked up, and then it was, and then it just blew up, and yeah, how they were adding the little bits in, and no one else wanted to add in the "he's on fire" bit, but then one of the developers did it anyway, and everybody loved it. So yeah, yeah. Look, the Joker wants to get back to his racehorses. I don't think Denver, it's a job to him. For everybody else, they love going to play the game. But for him, he's like, oh, I'm going to go play basketball now. At least that's what it seems like. But no, I think the Knicks the Knicks didn't get very lucky with the first two games. The Celtics played like absolute crap in the first two games, to put it mildly. They shot something stupid, like 93 pointers or something. They can only hit like 30 of them or even less. It was something stupid. And I was so done with them. But yeah, seeing Tatum get injured like that, and it was, Dan, it was like, Dan's not even there. It's like, seeing anyone in the NRL when they're running and they do a hammy or they do their Achilles, whatever. It was just, bang. He went down like he'd been shot, and everybody who was watching knew it was a ruptured Achilles. So, yeah.
Second half about to get underway here. Roosters up 14 points to 0. Can the Bulldogs mount a fight back? We saw it happen last weekend. Can they do it again in back-to-back weeks from 20-0 down last weekend? 14-0 down this weekend. The Bulldogs. Can they do it? 15 out from their own line. Montoya. Slow play the ball. Hot boy brings it out to the 30. Marnie, short pass to Connor Tracy. 40 out from their own line now. Marnie from inside the 40. Can he steal a 40-20 early? Teddy's got it covered, though. It sits up 10 out from the line. Teddy running cross field.
That ball wasn't bouncing or sliding anywhere. It bounced and stopped.
Tupou stands in the three-man tackle. Outside the 20. Right, Billy Smith. Oh, he had a little bit of a lash out there with the boots. Poor unfortunate Kiraz, it might have been in back play. Unintentional.
It's like they're frustrated, but why are they frustrated? They're up 14-0.
Sir Angus. Fifth and last, he'll play it from inside the 40 or just outside he steps. Savala puts it high, not a lot of distance on it. Connor Tracy returns it just shy of the 40-metre line. He's driven back, though. Good defence, Roosters, as has been the case all game. Penalty, though, to the Bulldogs. Well, that was unnecessary.
Do these players have a halftime break just now? They all look absolutely flat and terrible. Maybe they've run out of pickle juice. My God.
Like, pickle juice shortage.
Look at there was just wandering back. There's just no life in any of these teams at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty intense first half, but still, right? They've literally just come out after the break.
It's not the 77th minute, guys. Come on.
Hot boy. He's been doing all right. Thrown out there early, thrown out there unexpected. So Luca Fafito ruled out with a HIA inside the first 10 minutes. To the right they go. Sexton, inside ball for Crichton. Puts the grubber kick in, but can't get it through the line. Oh! Stephen Crichton, what have you just done, mate? He has come flying in with an elbow. Unintentional it may have been, but it was a reaction to just dive on the player, but he's led with the elbow, and that was nasty. Oh, jeez. He knew it straight away as well. He knew it immediately.
Tapped him on the head there, but it's just a penalty. Old mate, werewolf touch judge.
He
Is that
knew
why
it
can't see
immediately.
forward passes? He's got too much hair.
So the Roosters.
Can't fit.
Jeez, he might. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, Jeez, that could be Crichton out of Origin.
It's a little double tap too. He kind of smacks his head around and then puts his elbow into him.
This DJ Shaq, that right there is a prime example of why I say it's always too early to pick your Origin teams. Injuries, suspensions. I reckon that Stephen Crichton's going to have a case to answer there to the match review committee. That was unintentionally nasty. Down the short side on the fifth and last, Roosters put the ball high. Connor Tracy under it. Takes it a metre out from his own line. They're going to drive him back into the end goal. Oh, he's centimetres in the field of play, is he? No. Oh, a little... Jeez, there's some feeling out there. Some unintentional feeling. Connor Tracy just got a little kick to the top of the head there from the player walking back into position. Well, you would hope it was unintentional.
Well, you would hope, but yeah, they're getting a little bit feisty. Like, come on, lads, got some Origin to play, don't forget. We need New South Wales to go back to back.
Yeah, well, they might have to do it without Stephen Crichton. Based on that, as the Dogs go short-ish with the restart, and the Roosters have it.
I think it was Harp Fit who said in the YouTube chat he loves the Joker, but his horses don't pay him $50 million a year. Well, you know, isn't horse racing supposed to be an like a...
Oh, dummy and straight through goes Sandon Smith, but the offload is intercepted by Montoya. They survive for now, the Bulldogs.
I feel like horse racing could be very lucrative.
Ask Billy Slater how lucrative horse racing is.
No.
Oh, that's right, because that would involve talking to Billy Slater as Carraz goes straight up the middle. He's got support. Tracy's there. Tracy had to reach back for it, and that slowed him down just a touch. Front foot ball for the Bulldogs, though, at last. Sexton, dummies inside, beats the first tackle. They're 10 out from the line. Fifth and last. The Roosters scramble well. Burton from dummy half. Oh, Burton.
Did you know that was fifth?
Oh.
I don't think.
Oh, Matty Burton.
He's having a shocker.
Oh, Matthew Burton.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Tackled with the ball on the fifth and last, a couple of metres out from the line. Surely they had numbers to burn to the right. Front foot ball at last, and they couldn't make anything of it. Yeah, Stephen Crichton will surely, that will get picked up in the match review, and he may just have a case to answer, and he may very well be ruled out of Origin 1. This would throw a huge spanner in my team. There's a pinned comment on the YouTube chat with a link to the video with my New South Wales predicted squad. I might need to update it. I might need a new video after this weekend. Well, it won't need a new video after this weekend. The teams will be announced on Monday, I think, or Tuesday.
How are they?
Yeah, after this round, the teams get announced.
Up to date with everything as usual.
all right. You're our basketball correspondent that jumps on for some rugby league games from time to time. That's all good.
Who's done one basketball stream?
But a very good one from what I heard. But lots of positive feedback.
Good. That's what I like to hear. We'll try it
Yeah.
again tomorrow then.
It was
Go,
like
go, go, team.
some of the feedback I received was like, she actually sounds like she knows what she's talking about in basketball.
Amazing. I've only followed the sport for 30 odd years.
And play it.
And I play it, exactly.
Oh, Robert Toya,
God.
Milky Magoo, staying down, holding his head. You don't like to see the soccer shenanigans. Oh, he's not staying down for that, is he? Jeez, Bailey Hayward's copped him around the shoulder, and he has stayed down on the ground. Robert Toya trying to milk a penalty. I don't think he's going to get it here.
I don't think that was pretty crap, to be honest. Like, mate, come on. You know, you've dropped the ball over the try line. Let's not draw further attention to some crap plays.
Well, that got the home crowd riled up, if anything else. No penalty given. Here's the offload. Back for Savala. Now they're appealing for a penalty. Oh, there's a lot of feeling in this game. Savala plays it on tackle 4. Watson onto Crichton. Crichton's got no support with him. And that's the 5th and last. Roosters play at 35 out. Good defensive set from the Bulldogs. The kick is taken on the fall by Montoya at the back. Winds up and charges back.
He looked like a, 5th grader trying to catch the ball or something. Then he looked like a professional rugby league player.
Bronson Sherry now. Plays it on halfway. Here's Carraz trying to get something going. Gets away from a couple of tackles, Carraz, and then Docker Clay puts him down. Carraz fighting for an Origin jersey. He's just on the outskirts, I think. And he hasn't had a big enough performance in this one to justify it. Hayward takes the line on. Hayward goes straight through. He's got support from Kikau, and Kikau scores. Oh, did he drop it? Please tell me he didn't drop it. Viliami Kikau. Try's been given for now, but the way that ball spilt out the back and he's having a chuckle, I don't know if that's a chuckle of relief or a chuckle of I've screwed up.
No, I feel like that's a chuckle of, my God, he tried to pants me then, but he didn't get a hold of him.
He tried to teddy me. Bailey Hayward goes straight through. They've finally broken. Yes, he scored it. Tick number 2 off the multi. Tick number 2. We're halfway there. We are halfway there in the 4-legger. All right, I've really got to get this up on the screen now. We're on.
He could have, let go of his jocks, my word.
Bronson Sherry.
Terrible.
I still need.
My other multi? Which multi is he in?
And Stephen Crichton or Jacob Kiraz. I've got Marky Mark and I've now got Viliami Kikau.
Oh, he's in my one as well.
Yeah, I remember you saying him, actually. Yeah.
All right, I need Stephen Crichton as well.
John Michael. Oh, ahoy there, John Michael. You're not a happy man. Why is that?
Is that because you have 2 first names? And you're a serial killer?
Oh, Lord. You can't say that. You can't say that to somebody. That is incredibly uncalled for. What the hell? Conversion successful. 14 points to 6. It's game back on.
He thought it was funny.
Hey, I thought it was funny too, but you can't say that.
I apologize. I didn't mean to, go. We're going to get.
I didn't. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to call you a serial killer. I absolutely didn't mean to label you as such.
Now John Michael's a happy man. I made him laugh. Job done.
14 points to 6. Back underway.
Oh, God.
All right, so I've got Marky Mark, Nawaqanitawase. I've now got Viliami kick out. This multi is on. There's still plenty of time to play. 30 minutes left.
DJ Shack, that's like a common misconception apparently. If you've got two first names, like your name is, Pierce Paul, then you're supposed to be a serial killer. So when John Michael popped up and was like, I'm not a happy man, I'm like, why? Is that because your name's John Michael and you're a serial killer? So yeah, that was, yeah. So, but now he is a happy man, so he's laughing. So, job done.
Roosters back in possession here.
But, John Michael, feel free to tell us why you weren't a happy man.
Sandon Smith sends it out to the left. Tupou angles back in field. Okay, Stephen Crichton or Jacob Kiraz. Okay, I'm still relying heavily on the Bulldogs here. Flick pass back for Teddy. Henry, ahoy, mate. Henry asks, how come you can't see the multis? Well, I didn't get it set up in time for this game. And also, it seemed like overwhelming feedback on TikTok that people would rather the actual try scorers on the screen than my multi. So
I don't care if you're gambling, Dan.
I don't care for my multi. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, I've made John Michael happy, but I'd like to know why you are unhappy. Come on, is it your multi hasn't come off, or you were going for the Bulldogs? Like, fill us in.
Stephen Crichton or Jacob Kiraz. All right, as this kick sits up in the end goal, Marky Mark collects it, brings it back into the field of play, beats one. Marky Mark, Nawaqanitawase. God, he's good. Rebel Nuts, ahoy, mate. Oops.
Bulldogs got a little bit more life in them.
Yes, this game has sprung to life.
John Michael, I was just saying at the start of this half that the both teams look very flat, but that try has just put a little bit of life into the Bulldogs, and they're definitely playing with a lot more vigor now. So we're looking for that Bulldogs comeback. They seem to be getting okay at it. I'm not going to say good at it because I think it's only been like once.
Yeah, no, they've done it a couple of times, but obviously last weekend was the obviously last weekend was the big one. 20 points.
Yeah,
hell of a fight back. So okay, all right, I have got my multi sorted out for the screen. So a tick for a couple. Oh, up over halfway go the Bulldogs.
Oh, stop it, John Michael. You're going to make me blush.
Oh, yeah. We've seen that happen before. She does actually go beetroot red. As Marky Mark spills it again. Okay, we have found a weakness in Marky Mark Nawaqanitawase's game. That's the second time, at least tonight, that he's dropped the high ball. He's great on attack. But have we seen a weakness? Have the Bulldogs exposed a weakness? Marky Mark putting another high ball down. Leaping probably unnecessarily.
Dropped like 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 he's put down. Probably didn't need to jump on that occasion.
Yeah, you feel like you can see someone coming at you. You want to jump. You want that advantage.
Instinct. Yeah. Sherry down the short side. Oh, I need him for try scorer. Not need him in real life.
Sure. That was forward.
Max King in midfield. So I've got the multi set up. Burton takes the line on. Well, Matt Burton's got super glue on his hands tonight. Doesn't want to
He's
give the
not
ball.
having a great game.
Sexton in
Come on, give it to
midfield.
Critter. Give it to Critter.
Marnie, dummies right, goes left. Burton to kick out. Kick out onto Montoya. Montoya for the line is tackled into touch. Marky Mark Nawaqanitawase makes the save, makes up for his mistake. 14 points to 6, 56 minutes gone.
I mean, you can say that about him. He might not be able to catch that high ball once or twice, but he certainly makes up for his error, doesn't he?
Certainly does. Marky Mark. Well, the home crowd booing. Oh, high contact. That's what they're booing for.
Yeah, they're thinking it's a little high. Slater agrees, so it's probably wrong.
Now. Here come the Roosters. 14-6, they lead. How critical might that penalty goal become by the end of this one?
John Michael, it's all right, but thank you very much. Oh, no!
They've come up with a mistake and breaking away is Sexton. Toby Sexton will score. The Bulldogs are back in a huge way.
A metre out.
The Bulldogs are back in a massive way.
Did he just dive for the line from like a metre out? He's like the shortest person on the field. How was he going to get there? That's hilarious.
14 points to 10, the kick to come.
Look at this tiny little man. Superman dived from like meters out.
Oh, here come the Bulldogs. Kick to come from right beside the post. It's going to be a 2-point ball game. I still need two legs off this multi. Bronson Sherry and Stephen Crichton or Jacob Kiraz. I'll take either one of them.
Stephen Crichton, because that's who I need.
Okay, deal. Stephen Crichton it will be. 14-10, the Bulldogs starting to get on a roll. These Roosters errors, too many. Inviting them back into the contest. I got the Eels in the last game, so I do need a perfect round or two in the tipping to sort of stay in touching distance at the top of the leaderboard. So opportunistic try. Oh, listen to that. As this conversion is successful. Did you see that one, Michelle, from John Michael? Her beauty shines from within as her smile lights up the room.
Okay, now you
Yeah! There's the red. There's the beetroot red. You made her blush.
Stop it. Thank you, but stop it. I'm so glad James and UFC only aren't in the chat right now.
14 points to 12 as that conversion is successful. Good Lord.
That wasn't me going red. That was the McDonald's off the screen reflecting on my face.
Okay, you don't live out this way anymore. That was a clear gunshot from outside.
Really?
That's why Laura's going ballistic. That was a clear gunshot.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Well, I can't hear Laura either. So.
Oh no, but what I'm suggesting is if you were still out this way, you would have heard that at your place for sure. That was like a bloody rifle or something. That would have echoed over. That's why Laura's going off her nut right now. As Connor Tracy is taken high, and a penalty now for the Bulldogs. Right under the chin.
Victor he disagrees with that call very strongly, but Victor, come on. Footy and females. Speaking of footy and females, did anyone see New South Wales girls win last night and take home the series?
Surprisingly, no. I was asleep for that.
Right.
Why didn't you stream it? You could have streamed it.
It was such a good game, and I swear to God, they played in a mud pit.
Yeah, you could have done the call.
I'll give it a call next year. We'll do the women's origin. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, one-on-one steal. And Victor Radley has made up for that mistake big time. Victor, the inflictor, gave away the penalty, and now the Roosters get a penalty on the back of it. Oh, that is a massive momentum shift in this one. Massive.
Angus Crichton is extremely happy about that.
Victor Radley gave away the penalty, gets the one-on-one steal to give them the ball back, and then the Dogs double down, give away the penalty. That's a huge moment in the game. 40 metres out from the line, touch is found. 60 minutes gone, so this is going to be a big 20 minutes.
I wasn't going there, Drape, but, you know, it was a good game. I mean, you don't get excited when you watch the men play in the wet, do you?
I do.
They can get a little bit moist themselves.
Nafahu White carries it to the 20. In midfield, Radley to Smith at the back for Teddy. Teddy takes the line on, gets the offload back for Angus Crichton, who wraps around and goes behind Billy Smith, has to surrender or fear giving away a penalty. 15 out. Sandon Smith, I don't think he meant to offload that, but he did anyway. The ball just sort of spilt out the back. Fifth and last. Zavala, crossfield kick. Mark's up above Montoya for it, but Montoya comes down with it. And what's the call here from the referee? We're going to come back out to the 10. It was knocked on by Mark Nawaqanitawase.
Tripping over my shoe here. Sure you weren't, Drape. Sure you weren't. John Michael, it's been raining a little bit in southeast Queensland. Apparently, they were saying they were going to get like 40 mil or something tonight. So we'll see if that eventuates. In which case, Suncorp Stadium could be a little bit damp for the Warriors-Dolphins game tomorrow.
Oh, Connor Tracy does well to hold on to the ball there. It was a little loose. Loosey-goosey.
Yeah, the girls always do, don't they? It's good. They needed that. First time as an actual 3-game series.
Oh, God, that's a huge hit from Nafahu White. Fifth and last. Burton puts the high, swirling kick up, and it's been lost by Mark. Kick out, scoops it up. Here come the Bulldogs. This will be a penalty.
Kick out looks like
6 more tackles. Sexton, to the right they go. No, Sexton straightens, takes the line on. Right in front of the post, 10 out. Tries to milk another set restart. Hayward keeps it in midfield. Here come the Bulldogs. Marnie sends it right. Inside ball for Max King. King is 5 metres out. Marnie goes left. Burton, inside ball for Sherry. Bronson Sherry goes through half a gap. Sherry with the fend. Bounces over the line to score. Bronson Sherry gets another tick off the multi. We only need one more. Oh, Gina, you are my good luck charm, apparently. Because as soon as you arrive, leg number 3, nailed. Maybe. It hasn't been awarded yet. Or confirmed. Hasn't been confirmed yet. Bronson Sherry angling back in towards the post. And it's again Mark under the high ball. Makes a mess of it. Well, there you go. I think he just dropped himself out of even talking about Origin with those high balls. He was found out. Bouncing over the line. Well, he wasn't held anyway, Bronson Sherry. So this will be confirmed. Angus Crichton slipped off him. 3 legs done. 1 to go. Okay. I need Stephen Crichton or Jacob Kiraz for the last leg.
We need Critter. Because I need him too.
The Bulldogs in back-to-back weeks from 20-0 down last weekend, 14-0 down this weekend, and they've taken the lead.
Are you a Queenslander, John Michael? I don't know if we can be friends if you're a Queenslander. Don't know.
Well, unless you're a Queenslander that unless you just live in Queensland and go for the Blues in Origin. Conversion successful from Matt Burton right in front. 18 points to 14, the Bulldogs. Let's see what kind of embarrassing cash-out offer they're giving me. Oh, they're actually giving me a somewhat kind cash-out offer comparatively. They usually offer me just disgusting cash-out offers. I think they're on to me, the bookie. I think they're wise to. I think they're wise to my. I think they're wise to my trading because they give me really miserable cash-out offers.
Game Mel, good night. It's been lovely having you here as always. Yeah, look, 10 a.m. the Celtics game starts. So I just remembered I have to go to the post office in the morning. So if I can get there and get back by like 9:30, then yeah, it'll be on. So yeah. But Wolfie, unfortunately, you support the Blues. That's not unfortunately. That's we support the Blues. We're New South Welshmen here. It's okay. It's okay. This is a safe space. Gina, I didn't even notice, but thank you. John Michael, you were born and live in Sydney. Well, yes, I'm a Sydney sider. Well, I was born in Sydney, but unfortunately I live in southeast Queensland. So, yeah.
Risky offload this one to Sandon Smith. Taken by the Roosters. Yes, indeed. This is New South Wales territory, Wolfie. This is a Blues house.
100% New South Wales territory.
Just because Michelle goes for the Broncos, don't think for 1 second this is Queensland territory. Fifth and last.
And I'll say it again. I would take a New South Wales series win over a Broncos grand final win any year.
Oh, what a hit from Marky Mark on Connor Tracy. Picked him up and dragged him backwards. Sandor says the 14-0 halftime curse is real. That's a good point, actually. So many teams in recent weeks have lost from 14-0 up at halftime.
It's just not big enough to, it's just not really a big enough score to really hammer home a win, is it?
Oh, Connor Tracy with a good, strong carry. 35 out from the line here on play 4. State of Origin is not far away, of course. Allegiances will be tested as Kickow spills it. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Seo Wong comes away with it.
Wolfie, you can thank Ben Hunt for that one.
Sandon Smith.
Queensland because of Graham Lowe.
On to Billy Smith.
That's okay, Gina. We forgive you.
Tupou carries it inside the 40.
John Michael, I hate that too.
Radley inside for White. Nafahu White taken down 30 metres out in midfield. Odd pop it, ahoy, mate. Now, down the right edge they go. Tedesco with a cutout pass for Marky Mark. Marky Mark beats one, puts the kick in. Oh, don't tell me. Marky Mark, Nawaqanitawase has pulled off a potential miracle here. It's going to go up as a try. There is no way he has stayed in the field of play. There is no way that his grubber kicker, his chip over the top has stayed in field.
That twinkle toes down the sideline. Oh my word.
Twinkle toes McGee. And then what about the kick? Marky Mark beats the tackle, gets the kick away. It lands in the field of play and he scores it.
He was in. That's a try.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Keeps the foot in the air. He kicks it on a skip. He was doing a skip. Oh, try confirmed. What a miracle. It's 18 all. Kick to come from the sideline. Marky Mark Nawaqanitawase.
Roosters fans have to forgive him for that, for every single ball he has dropped, because, oh my God, that is the try of the season.
He is such a big loss to Australian rugby. But
Australian rugby. Look at that try.
What a gain for the Roosters. What a gain for the NRL.
Oh my God. Look at that.
That is the craziest try I've ever seen. 18 all, 12 minutes to play. Well, 11 minutes to play.
Oh my God.
Sandon Smith from the sideline to give the Roosters the lead going into the last 10. The home crowd boos. Sandon Smith from bang on the sideline. Strikes it well. It's on target. It holds its line and it's over. Freddie loves it. Freddie loves it. It's 2018. I don't think Freddie realised the camera was there.
I don't think Freddie realised the camera was there. That ball goes over the crossbar, and all you see is Freddie.
All of a sudden, you see Freddie's big head in the way.
Oh my God.
Good Lord, that might be the best try that I've ever seen.
John Michael, I'm very flattered. I'm just, yeah, I'm very flattered, but thank you. But I might have to decline that. I'm very flattered though.
20 points to 18 going into the last 10 minutes. I did say, how crucial might that penalty goal be? Well, it's shaping up like it could be the difference.
Come on, Critter for the intercept.
Or Kiraz.
Oh, thanks for that, Matt Thompson. That stellar commentary. The Roosters are ahead again, mate. Were you in the bathroom? Like, what the hell?
Oh, Tedesco trying to get a penalty here or a set restart. Zavala kicks from inside the 40, finds space, but it bounces up at the back end there for Connor Tracy. Tracy spills it. Here come the Roosters again. Marky Marks in open space. Offloads for Sandon Smith. Pops it over the top for Connor Watson. Falls, gets up and goes again. 10 meters out. Oh, the Roosters finishing strong. They go left. Short ball. Oh, forward pass.
Forward pass.
Well, they ballsed that up. The Roosters have ballsed that one up.
John Michael, you don't have to leave. It's all right.
20 points to 18.
I'm very flattered. I'm just not on the market.
Yeah, it was a mile forward.
It was. God. It's 10 minutes to go, but I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
9 minutes to go. Bulldogs, though, down their own end. Dalsey Wacko, one more try. One more try. Bulldogs. Let's see. This game has got a twist to turn left. Marnie brings it outside the 30. Wrapped up by White. A little shove on the ground as well to boot. Big defense from the Roosters here, trying to hold on to this 2-point lead. 8 minutes to play. Max King up to halfway, fifth and last. Burton puts it high. Not a lot of distance on it, but contestable. Marky Mark spills it again. Well, Marky Mark, we have found a weakness. Amazing on attack, but very, very suspect under the high ball. That's high ball drop number 4 or 5 tonight. And they will just keep peppering him with those kicks. They are just peppering Marky Mark with those high balls. And that is drop 4 or 5 tonight. He loses it forward into his foot. Challenge unsuccessful. And I've got to say, hey, DJ Shaq, what are your thoughts on that one, mate? Do you reckon that that was a challenge that perhaps... Well, I mean, he talked Tedesco into it. In rugby union, that would have been play on, right? Or am I mistaken there? Oh, okay, never mind. Well, what happened, DJ Sack, was he lost the ball forward, but he was facing his own goal line, and he lost the ball forward into his own leg, and then it bounced backwards. I've got a feeling that in rugby union that would have been play on. So I'm wondering if it was a rugby union challenge that he convinced Tedesco to take there. But I don't know if they've changed that rule in rugby union or not. As Stephen Crichton plays it 5 meters. Yeah, so there you go. It was a rugby union call from Nawaqanitawase there. He didn't understand that in league that's a knock on. 10 meters out from the line, the Bulldogs. Sexton, dummies, takes the line on. Fifth and last. Marnie fires it out for Burton. Burton grubbers in behind the line. Tedesco watches it, has to play at it, and runs it dead. Yeah, see, that's what I thought, DJ Shaq. It was clear that he was still in rugby union mindset there when he tried to convince Tedesco for that captain's challenge. It was Teddy who should have known better. Tedesco should have known the rugby league rules there. Roosters with the goal line restart, and it sits up.
How long did you play union for?
Oh yeah, wow. It's hard to drill that out of your system. I mean, sometimes even I'm calling rugby league rules in the union streams and vice versa. I still get confused sometimes.
I've gone to yell travel when someone dummies it. Like,
Sexton has taken 10 meters out here. 7 minutes to play. Hayward. Inside ball for Burton. Burton finds half a gap. Burton scores. Matt Burton out of nowhere. He's had super glue on his hands all night, and it finally pays off. Matty Burton under the post.
I reckon he's having a little bit of a teary there because he knows he's had a terrible, terrible game all night.
Did Billy Slater literally just repeat me? Just with different words?
Probably.
I think he did.
I don't think Billy Slater's had an original thought in his head.
You've got that built-in like audio system that blocks out Billy Slater, so you wouldn't have known what I'm on about.
I know. When he pops up sometimes and I hear him, I'm just like, shut up, Slater. It's just such an automatic response.
Try confirmed here for Matt Burton. 22-20. The Bulldogs take the lead. Oh, this game has lived up to expectations.
Am I departing the room? Did
Yes.
someone say Billy Slater?
Yes, we did.
Gina, someone said Billy Slater.
Gina loves Billy Slater. Loves him.
God.
She even stalked
No.
him. She even stalked him in a hotel once, she told me. She stalked his hotel.
No.
I'm only joking, of course. I'm only joking. From right in front, Matt Burton to convert his own try.
Stalking
make
him
it-
with a baseball bat.
And make it 24-20.
TJ Jack, did you copy and paste that name, or do you just know how to spell it? Because oh my god.
Well, it's not hard to spell.
Well, it
Well,
is.
I mean, once you know it. Once you know it.
There's a lot of. There's so many letters in there.
Conversion successful, and the Bulldogs lead this 24-20 with less than 5 minutes to play. What is it? 4.5 left now.
Oh, Teddy, don't look so upset. This one's going down to the wire. This is fabulous. This is what we wanted. After
Roosters go short with the restart, and they bat it back. It sets up for Spencer Leniu. Roosters have got it on halfway. Oh, yeah, she's not over yet. 4.5 minutes to play. Roosters ball. Nafahu White into Bulldogs territory here on tackle 2. God, we needed this. We needed this after that monstrosity that we just sat through between the Eels and the Knights. We needed this. Radley to Smith. Out the back for Tedesco, who dummies and opens up half a gap. Stephen Crichton and Toby Sexton. And now Stephen Crichton attacks the arms of Connor Watson. No knock on is the call. Toya
Just have to keep playing, lads. Come on.
flicks it up to Marky Mark. Marky Mark in open space is dangerous. Still going, Marky Mark. Beats about 4 tackles. 15 out from the line. The Roosters. Oh, did the Roosters get a set restart in there somewhere? Jeez. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
boy.
know why, though.
Well, they must have called that against Crichton for attacking the arm. Crichton on the
No,
wraparound for Teddy.
Well, after that.
Pops the pass up for Billy Smith. Billy Smith
They
takes
couldn't go
tackle
around
3.
that half for it.
Sandon Smith now to Radley. Savala to Toya. Toya's one-on-one here with Sherry. Gets on the outside, but Sherry holds on to him. Tackle 4, 10 metres out. Savala to Radley in midfield. Out the back for Teddy. Half a gap opens up. He's caught high there, Teddy. 5th and last. Ducks under that tackle. The stain short side. Sandon Smith. Grab a kick through, but it's scooped up by Toby Sexton. Sexton to save the day. The Bulldogs have got 2.5 minutes to hold on. There'll be nothing fancy here.
Stop standing in the back with your arms on your hands on your hips. I need you in my multi.
I don't think they'll be trying to score another try.
Well,
Kick out almost opens them up. They'll be back in their defence in from here, the Bulldogs. Tracy. Chop down, 30 out, 5th and last. Big kick needed. Burton's the man. Gets the kick away. They race up on him, but he gets it away. And Marky Mark takes it. Fires it infield for Teddy. And Tedesco takes the line on, beats the tackler Sexton. Beats the second tackle. And they'll start the set 35 out. 35 from their own line. Roosters pass it to nobody, but it bounces up kindly for Wong. Goes over the top of the first tackle. Oh, excuse me. Big Spencer up to halfway. 1.5 minutes to go. Radley to Sandon Smith. Numbers here for the Roosters on the left. Billy Smith offloads for Sandon. Sandon wrapped up by Hayward and Crichton. We're going to be one bloody leg short again, for crying out loud. One leg. Nafahu White, 30 out from the line here. 5th and last, this is it. Potentially, this is it for the Roosters. 25 out, 5th and last. Sandon Smith in midfield. Grubbers in behind the line. Connor Tracy will happily take it over the dead ball line. It'll be a goal line dropout. 1 minute to go. Oh.
Mickey, I don't think this is I don't think anyone was expecting the Knights and Para game to be any good, to be honest. Terrible, terrible game.
What do the Bulldogs do here? They send it deep, surely. Surely they just kick the ever-living bollocks off it. And that's exactly what Burton does. White takes it over the halfway line and returns it now. 35 out. Beats the tackler Kikau. Oh, and then what's he doing? He's hurt his knee. 30 out from the line. 10 seconds to play. This could be it. Sandon Smith. Short ball for Angus. Back to Smith. Smith to midfield. The ball is kicked high. This is it. The ball bounces. It could go anywhere. It's there for the Bulldogs, and that's the ball game. The Bulldogs have won. What a match.
Wow.
What a finish. The Bulldogs with another fight back. 24-20 they win. Wow. What a game. Another one-leg multi short.
Yeah.
But I don't even care when it's a good game as good as that. Who cares?
Sandor, you know what? Sandor, it wasn't just him, because he got that try that pretty much put them.
I was gonna say Sandor, like, yes, he dropped
almost won them the game.
He dropped about 5 high balls, but the Roosters aren't even in the contest without him on attack. So
Oh God, no.
you've got to balance that up. some big errors. Some big errors defensively under those high balls, but they're not even in the contest if it's not for him on attack. It doesn't go down to the wire.
Stephanie Ramos, my French is rusty. Did you just call Jerry a fairy? Elle peut le faire.
Oh, that's right. You speak that language, don't you? Kind of. You're learning.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I am trying.
Oh, boy. Now that was rugby league right there.
Yeah, look, I've seen Marky Mark take some of those high balls without any issues. So I think, he's allowed to have an off night. So, yeah.
Yeah, and as we said, without his attack, the Roosters aren't even in the contest. So,
No.
It's one thing if you're making mistakes like that and not making up for it on attack, then that's one thing. But he single-handedly kept them in the game.
These Bulldogs fan crowds at the games are just going to be getting bigger and bigger every game, and it's so good to see.
Well, of course.
Like back in the day when Magic El Masri was kicking from the sideline, and you had hundreds and hundreds of fans behind him. It's just, yeah.
Bulldogs.
The crowd's getting bigger and bigger with the Bulldogs doing so damn well. Now, Critter, I'm mad at you. I needed a try out of your ass.
Bulldogs cement themselves on top of the table with this 24 points to 20 victory.
Sandor, I asked Dan this earlier, and there are plenty of other players who are probably more in contention with more experience.
Oh yeah, he was never in contention for Origin, never.
So, and maybe next year, the year after, perhaps.
Yeah.
But who knows?
he was never in the conversation for this year.
Because
Shiraz was the one.
Season, isn't it?
Shiraz was the one that needed a big game that didn't quite deliver. I mean, he was solid, but not a standout. So, yeah, Shiraz was the one that needed to get himself above or Lomax. So he was the one that was disappointing in that sense.
Different it would have been if Toya learned how to ground a ball.
Oh, yeah, that was a big missed opportunity. Cooper Peters, thank you very much for the roses on TikTok. Very much appreciate that, mate. Back-to-back comeback victories for the Doggies.
Absolutely. Cheers, mate. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Now, that was a hell of a game.
Looks like it's starting to get nice and cold down there.
Yeah, look at that.
In Sydney.
The what's the word?
I'm jealous.
When you can see the breath.
I'm jealous. It's muggy as shit up here.
Got to go to Sydney. Got to do it. I've got to
Sydney.
I've got to do a trip to
3
Sydney.
weeks.
I've got to hit up the Sydney fish markets. Love it there.
I will be there in 3 weeks.
Lucky you.
I have a Sirius Jones in for a lobster roll. I'm going to be at the new Sydney fish market, so I'm going to check it all out. I'm going to see Parkway Drive at the Opera House, which is going to be an extremely incredible experience. My dress arrived today. I have
Be right back.
black tie event dress. So I'm very excited for my little Sydney weekender. So the Boofster, my dog, is less excited because he'll be home with, essentially home alone. Not home alone, but yeah. Drape, peace and God bless. I can't see the TikTok chat, so I do apologize. Oh, let's see if I can get it up now. Because,
Oh no, that's all right. There's nothing happening over there.
Oh, okay, because it was just my internet being a bit of a pain, but it seems to still be, so I may have to do a a phone reset to see if I can get things moving
Yeah.
again.
No, we're all good over there. Nothing happening on the TikTok for this one.
Yeah.
Cooper Peters with Cooper Peters with the
Bulldogs comeback.
5 roses. That was the last of it over there on TikTok.
Gotcha. Scott Wood, you almost had a heart attack.
Oh boy.
Great game.
Oh, it was a hell of a call. Now that is the sort of game that you love covering. Silly Sharky
Terry Lamb
says roasters. Roasters. They did roast a few opportunities. Hey, on the YouTube. Oh, God, what's happened here? What does this say? Are you sure you want to remove the scene scoreboards? No, I'd probably rather not do that. Thank you. Wasted World of Sports YouTube. I've got a pinned comment up the top with my blue squad. I mean, do you want to do one live, Michelle, or is that putting too much pressure on you?
Way too much pressure. I'm not ready for that kind of.
Okay, well, who would be your halves pairing? Are you going the way of Nathan Cleary, Mitch Moses, or are you going the way of Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai? Or are you showing complete loyalty to the Mitch Moses, Jerome Luai combination of Game 3 last year that got the job done?
Nah, because Nathan Cleary will have to be in it. I mean, look, I don't think Jerome Luai is having an exceptional season yet over at the, where'd he go? The Tigers. So I'm going to go with Mitch Moses, Nathan Cleary.
Even though Mitch Moses is not a 6?
Sure.
Okay. No, that's fine. You're not alone in that sentiment. I don't believe Mitch Moses is a 6. He's a 7. And I think we're seeing at the Broncos what happens when you've got 2 controlling 7s playing in the halves. Adam Reynolds and Ben Hunt are just walking over the top of each other at the moment, and the Broncos suck. But they'll be right this week because Ezra Mam's back. So they've got an actual 6 now to partner Reynolds in the halves.
Lose? Is that what you're saying? So the Broncos are going to lose?
No, I'm saying that their attack might actually click into gear now that they've got a ball controlling half in Adam Reynolds, and they've got an X Factor game breaker in Ezra Mam. I just don't think that I don't think 2 controlling halves works.
No, God, no.
That's
no,
why.
No.
Yeah, that's why I really don't think that Cleary and Moses complement each other.
But I feel like that's who they're going to pick because we know Laurie.
Yeah, well, Laurie Daly's the coach. No, Laurie Daly will probably put Tommy Turbo in there somewhere. He needs a whole bunch of fullbacks in the team, just like Freddie. Freddie and Laurie are one and the same. It's going to be a team full of.
Is Tommy injured again? He needs to just not have Tommy Turbo in. The guy is amazing, but my God, he's made of fiberglass. He needs
fullbacks. The back line will probably be Pappenhausen, Edwards, Tedesco, Luttrell, and Clint Gutherson. That'll probably be his back line. All fullbacks.
I feel like I don't know. I just really hope that they don't look to be loyal when they should look to who's performing.
Blind loyalty is the way that I described it. You don't want to do blind loyalty.
Exactly.
I don't be loyal to the players that deserve it.
Performers. Anyway, what games do we got tomorrow? There's lots.
Yeah, 3 games on tomorrow. Triple header. Super Saturday. Okay, so Dolphins Warriors 3 p.m. Cowboys Manly 5:30 and Sharks Storm the headliner.
Well, I'll definitely be on for the Sharks Storm. The others are player by ear.
Well, that's good because
traveling.
That's good because you can hold the fort when I chuck a tanty.
What?
I said that's good because then you can hold the fort when I chuck a tantrum.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll probably do. What was the second game?
Cowboys Manly. Cherry Evans.
Panthers?
No, Cowboys
No,
Manly.
Cowboys Manly.
Cherry Evans versus
Yeah, all right.
Dearden. The battle for the Queensland Origin jersey.
I reckon I'll be on. I reckon I'll do those two games. I reckon I'll do Cowboys, Manly, Sharks, and Storm. I don't think I'll have time to do the other game. And hopefully I'll have time to do the NBA. If I can get to the post office and get home by 9:30, then yeah, I'm down for the NBA. So I'll let you know how I'm traveling with that one, Daniel.
Nice. John Michael is now a very happy man. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that earlier on, when John was unhappy, was because the Bulldogs were losing. I think we've now pieced the puzzle together. He's now a very happy man.
The Bulldogs are losing. He's very happy now because the Bulldogs have won, even though I made him laugh.
2 for 2 tonight in the tipping. That's the sort of start that I needed to the weekend.
I think I'm 1 from 2. God damn it.
Yes, well, you went for the Knights.
Yes. For some stupid reason, I went for Newcastle. Yeah.
Well, you know, it was Dane Gaggai's game number 300. So I mean, honestly, if the Knights couldn't get up for Gag's 300, then jeez. Adam O'Brien looked like a man resigned to his fate. I think Adam O'Brien will be the first coach that cops the chop in 2025.
So just watching the after of this game.
Oh,
seeing,
Sexton just pinched Kickout on the ass.
Yeah, they were all standing there waiting for a team photo, and Viliami Kickout just slides in front of everybody and just poses on the ground.
And then Sexton pinched his ass.
It just gives him a little pinch on the bum.
Yeah, that was Toby Sexton. Gave him a little pinch.
Yeah. Little pinch on the butt there. Oh, Freddie looks most upset right now standing next to Reed Marnie.
Yeah, well, I bet he feels silly now, getting his big head in the way on that conversion attempt.
Fine. All right. So we got those 2 games tomorrow, potentially the NBA for me in the morning, and then some big-ish games on Sunday as well.
Yep, and of course the Formula One.
When's the Formula One on?
I shall tell you.
So
not that you specifically care, but for the benefit of everybody else. Yeah. So
obviously, if you are listening on TikTok, I can't see your chat. If there's anybody chatting, YouTube as well. Check in about 10 to 10 tomorrow morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. And just have a look and see if there's going to be an NBA stream, because we should be on by about that point if it's going to happen.
Yeah, let's make no guarantees.
I make no guarantees.
Yeah, I think
I've got to go to the post office. I must go to the post office. It has to.
I think for the NBA we make no guarantees because it's reliant on your schedule. It's reliant on me being alive in the morning. So
calling your ass till you wake up.
Yeah, well, that's why I continuously have my phone on D&D. I don't get phone calls.
Set an alarm for 9:15 so you're at some point, alive.
Sounds good. Because all I have to do is get up, hit start, basically. Then I can wander off again until the end of the game. And the games go for about 17 hours. So
what Formula One is it?
The games go for about 17 hours. So that's
yeah, well,
good enough time for me to. Good enough time for me to sleep.
If it goes into overtime, it could 10 a.m. start. It should be done by about 12:30. Just in time for you to start.
Just in time for the footy, yeah. 3 o'clock, yep.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. The PGA.
Oh, don't be bitter, Freddie. Don't be bitter. Don't be bitter, mate.
He's so bitter. All right, when's the F1 on?
Okay. So Formula One qualifying is the 18th at midnight. So midnight, Sunday morning. And then the race is on Sunday night.
So you're going to do 3 back-to-back games of the NRL and then midnight the F1?
Yeah.
And then back-to-back games on Sunday?
Yeah, and then the race Sunday night.
Wow. Someone's not going to be getting out of bed from Monday to Wednesday.
Well, that's the plan. Yeah, that's always the plan. Oh no, I've got to get up. I've got to get up Monday night, Monday 6:30. Not another wrestling show, episode 2 with Aquaman. So I've got to get up on Monday night.
Temu Aquaman. No, I'm just kidding, Jace. You know I love you.
All right, let's blow this joint. 24-20 Bulldogs get the win over the Roosters. I'm going to go see what I can scrounge up in the fridge. Otherwise, I'll have to Uber Eats.
I've already eaten my...
Oh, me too, but I'm going to eat more. That's my plan.
ridiculous food. All right. Wasted World of Sports, very much a big thank you for everybody. Big thank you to Jim for the super chat.
Yes, Jim with the $20 super chat this one. Bo Unit with the $50 the previous stream. And for all the gifts on TikTok, all those TikTok people I think have left by now. But thank you very much, everyone, for the gifts over on TikTok. Very much appreciate the support of the channel and what we're doing here. Turned it into, yeah, I mean, it became my job. And I guess the end game, the future goal is that it becomes everybody's job. I mean, that would be ideal.
Not everybody's, but, you know, us.
Yeah, yeah. All of us, I mean. Old Panther, yourself, Jace, Jamie. Ideally, we are the drunk version. Oh, God, he heard his name. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Jason. Oh, we've got to clip that. That was perfect.
You heard me call him Wish Aquaman. No,
we have got to clip that moment of the stream. That was perfect.
Radio, but we're about to bounce, Jace.
His ears pricked up.
Wrestling.
His ears pricked up. We said his name and he appeared.
Tomorrow.
All right.
NBA. Look out for me tomorrow for some NBA. Possibly. Keep an eye out.
If all the pieces fall into place, NBA fans, as I know that there are a lot of you. I mean, I don't mean to be a Grinch, but like we are the wasted world of sports. I get that, but it's also specifically set up for an NRL stream. I try to keep it on topic. I try and let some freedom of speech spill over as well. I try to not let it take over an NRL stream, but there's a big supporter base there for the NBA streams I can see. So it's definitely. I mean, if it's something. Oh, speak of the devil! As soon as I mention NBA, Boston or Knicks to win tomorrow. Ask Heart Ticker on TikTok. See?
Well,
I will never.
The Celtics.
I will never do an NBA stream. Not out of refusal. Just I've already got so much that I do. I do the rugby union.
It's so much easier. It's just so much easier to talk about it at this point in time because everybody in Australia is on now. Like during the day in, Friday, Wednesday, whatever, most people are at work. So they can't get on the stream or, they can't interact. So that's why they love being able to do that.
Oh, I understand that.
For NRL.
Yeah, I understand that. Half-time, full-time, no problem at all. When a team's on the attack 10 meters out and somebody talks about Channing Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Whoever.
I know where you live.
So do I.
I
Funny
don't know
that.
if anyone heard my I don't know if anyone heard my pun. I think it was a pun earlier about what's his name? Pierce Paul.
Hey.
Newcastle.
Hey, are you on Channel 9? Look at the
You should call
screen.
him the lie. No.
Oh, God, I froze her internet. Billy Slater froze her internet.
God, no. No, my internet died when you said that. I'm not looking. It's awful. I'm turning it off.
Billy Slater has 100% had teeth work done.
He's also had Botox. Anyway, I was going to say you need to call Pierce Paul from Newcastle the lie because there is a very famous Celtic player called Paul Pierce who was called the truth. So, and he was he was like the 90s, early 2000s era. Paul Pierce was one of my, the
Right.
truth, he was one of my favorites. So, yeah, called Pierce Paul the lie because
I did wonder because I did wonder because I'm like, what's the big deal? Yes, the guy's name is Kai Pierce Paul. What's the big deal? And that makes okay.
Pierce
So there was
Paul
another
Pierce.
one the other
He's a
way
Celtic
around.
legend.
Larry Bird's a
Celtic
Celtics legend.
All right, are we going?
Oh, I finally engage in NBA talk, and she's like, "Nah, screw that. We're out. I don't want to hear about Larry Bird."
No, actually, we can keep talking about the NBA. We can keep talking basketball. I'm quite happy.
Well, the trouble is, to talk about basketball, we'll have to talk about players that I know: Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller.
Yeah, unfortunately we need to talk about players that are relevant, like Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic.
Oh, how dare you! These are legends of the game. Calling them irrelevant.
I'm not
You go and
talking about the
hey,
legends of the game.
you go and stand in front of Shaq and call him irrelevant.
I'm not telling
I
you
dare you.
relevant. I'm just saying they're not relevant to this current playoff series.
I dare you
So,
to
you
go
know,
and stand in front of Shaq
And
and
just talking about players that are also not relevant to this current playoff series, neither is LaFlop or Luka. So that was a fantastic trade by the Lakers. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. Anyway.
Clyde Drexler.
Maybe I need to find someone and we need to do a little
Clyde Drexler. Hakeem Olajuwon.
fortnightly. Oh, look. Luke Cornett was channeling
Luke Longley.
Mutombo, if you remember.
Luke Longley.
Luke, okay, you know Luke Longley. Do you know who Dikembe Mutombo was?
Yes.
He was a blocking
Denver Nuggets,
machine.
right?
And Luke
Did he play for the
Cornett
Nuggets?
was channeling him big time yesterday. So I just bumped my arm where I've got a massive bruise from my game on Tuesday night, which, by the way, was a come from behind win. Seems to be very popular in all sports.
I basically know everybody from that NBA Jam board game that I have.
NBA Jam board
That's the
game, my
that's
God.
the extent
It's
of
not
my
even
knowledge
like-
of that's the extent of my knowledge of the basketball players. That was the era that I watched.
Oh man, I wish Kieran Foran went to a better team.
Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy. Well, he might end up back at Manly yet.
He's so underrated.
He might end up back at Manly.
I think he's such a fantastic.
Cherry Evans is off to the Roosters next year, so Kieran Foran.
Said
It-
you.
Huh?
Oh, we never know. We never know.
Yeah.
Mookie. Now I know Mookie said goodnight, and then we started talking about the NBA, so he's still here. You think Denver's gonna win, Mookie? I think OKC have got this. I really do. I think, yeah.
Dennis Rodman. That was an obvious one.
Dennis Rodman. Do you remember a player called Ron Artest?
No.
No, he was like.
I remember a player, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues was amazing, but Ron Artest was like super angry. He was like me watching Origin every night.
Wow.
And
That is
he
super
was-
angry.
Or actually, me watching the Storm win a grand final every night. He was so mad. And then he went on this whole like he got ejected from games. He was throwing tees everywhere, technical fouls everywhere. Like he was, yeah. He got into fights. He was just a menace. And then he like did this full 180. He changed his name to Meta World Peace.
Oh God.
Yeah. And
Hey,
he tried to change himself and his image.
Hey, Jace, we know a story about somebody changing their name for copyright reasons.
Well, it wasn't for copyright reasons because Meta didn't exist back then. Like it wasn't Meta Facebook. Like that wasn't a thing back then. That wasn't even thought of.
Well,
He
what
just
did he?
changed his name because he was
Oh,
trying
he
to
just
change
changed
his
it
image.
because. He
Yeah.
changed it because.
He changed it because he was trying to change his image.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I'm going to change it from, the angriness that you associate with Ron Artest to Meta World Peace. Like, mate, you might want to be peaceful first before you change your name to World Peace. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I think you've kind of got to work on yourself at that point more than just a name change.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love how Dennis Rodman would like play random aliens in TV shows. That would always make me laugh. He's in like Third Rock and he was in I think he was in The Simpsons as well.
Yep.
And they make a reference to him in I don't know, they make a reference to him in something else, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yep. There's a couple of shows. Can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, definitely gets referenced in other shows as like an outer worldly character.
He was pretty funny. Yeah, I can talk about NBA all day, every day. It's my fave. It's my one love.
And that's why
do love it.
your stream went so well, I guess. Like I said, much positive feedback. And
Yeah, but all that positive feedback was from like Jason and Game of Mel. They know me.
oh no, I'm talking.
As much as I love the fact that I feedback from people who didn't know me, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Well, those are the people I heard
know?
feedback from. Are the people that don't know you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Jesus,
Yeah,
even
good.
UFC gave you a positive review on that stream. He obviously chose not to comment during the
Was he
stream.
fine?
Well, like I said, he probably chose not to post a comment, being a basketball stream.
Being UFC.
Was he high? Yeah, quite possibly.
No, it's good. Look, I had a lot of fun, and hopefully next time I can watch it on par with the live thing that you had going for the stream, because that was awesome. I loved watching the graphics. And
Oh, it was a great. Like I said to you on Facebook, I said I actually think that this screen layout's better than what we've got for the footy. That's
it was so good. Like, you had the bouncing ball, and would flip in, and you get the +2 or the +3 come up. So. But yeah, it was about, I think we were close to the end of the second quarter when one of the guys was like, your stream's, you're like, obviously whatever you're watching is behind the live score. And I was like, God damn it, because it totally threw me out. So when I can't get it to come back on.
I woke up a few times throughout the course of it and popped in just to make sure everything was still running. And I'm like, wow. And I put the TV on and I'm like, my KO was way behind as well.
Yeah, it was terrible. But if I can try and figure out how to get it on Sportsbet or Bet365, apparently that's straight from the US. So
there you go. I think all you've got to do is have a bet on, right? You have to have an active bet.
But put a bet on?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. I hate putting bets on my own team. Oh.
All right. Do you want to keep talking NBA?
Look, Mookie, I think you're right.
Okay, that's a yes.
Could be a very high scoring
I'll be
game
back.
tomorrow. What?
I was just asking, do you want to feel free to keep talking NBA if you want. I just have to pop off for a sec.
No, I was just going to answer Mookie because
go.
he thinks Knicks and Celtics could be a high scoring game tomorrow. Look, honestly, I feel like it could be a very high scoring game. The first couple of games weren't that high scoring. I mean, obviously the Celtics did not hit a lot of 3-pointers. But I feel like the Knicks probably could have done better. They only just won those 2 games, even though, the Celtics played like crap. The Knicks only just won, and that's got to worry them. So we'll see if the Celtics can dig deep again for Tatum tomorrow, which would be incredible. Like, as a Celtics fan, I love to see it. I love to see the heart. I know that they can do it. They proved that in Game 5. So if we can do it again, that would be amazing. Yeah, high scoring. I don't know. What do you think's high scoring? Over 110? That could be pretty high scoring. It just depends on what Jalen Brunson's going to do. He fouled out with 6 minutes to go or something in the 4th in Game 5. So if we can get under his skin, then anything's possible because he's the guy we've got to watch. So we will see. Bulldogs are celebrating their 90th anniversary in 2025. Sorry, I'm just going to chuck back to the footy for a second because they've just had Terry Lamb come up on the screen. He's having a chat to Joey Johns. And they just had some Bulldogs alumni on the field, obviously before the game. I don't know, Dan's popped off. I can't see the TikTok chat, so I don't know if anybody is having a chat on TikTok or asking any questions about the NBA. If anybody has any questions about the NBA or this game that we've just watched or what games are coming up over this weekend, hit us up in the YouTube chat. Hit us up in TikTok too. Dan will be back very soon and he'll be able to answer. I'm going to plug the wrestling show that Jason and Dan are doing. Totally blanking on the name. But there is a wrestling channel that Jason and Dan are starting. So, yeah. Get in on that one if you're a wrestling fan. Mookie, over 50 each quarter. No. I don't reckon they'll get over 50 each quarter. That's ridiculous. But did you see Indiana get 40 points up at halftime the other day? That was ridiculous. That was absolutely insane. That's not a playoff score. That should never be a playoff score. But yeah, it was apparently. So waste of world of sports, eh? Any sport, all sport. We love talking about it. Somebody else hit me with a question because otherwise I'm just going to stand here talking absolute bollocks now. Jonathan Thurston on the screen, he's not grown into his ears, I'm not going to lie. Having that mouth thing piece in his ear makes him even bigger. Sorry, JT, I love you. 25 plus of both teams in a quarter. Okay, sorry. It says 50 divided by. All right, so that's what that means. All right, sorry. I'm reading from a distance, so I thought you said over 50 each quarter for each team. I was like, dude, that's a ridiculous bet. But yeah, 25 team per quarter. That's doable. That's doable. 2+ blocks of Cornet. Look, he got 7 yesterday, didn't he? So it's Jason. What's the show called again? It's 7 blocks. Look. As a basketball player myself, I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna say blocking someone for me is it's like the pinnacle. I mean, yeah, hitting a 3 is nice. Hitting a game-winning dagger from the key, whatever, is really nice. But when you block the hell out of someone, for me, that's just That's where it lies for me when I'm playing basketball. I like my defense. I like to block you. You come into my keyway, you got to go up against me. And if I'm going to block you, I'm going to block you.
In your face.
So, in your face. Yeah. I'll find the sequence of Blue Cornet and I'll send it to you. He was just incredible the other night. Like, he blocked his 3-pointer straight back into the crowd and then turned around and started barking at the fans. It's just his thing. So, yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah, Dan's back. I was
Fair
trying
enough.
to think of the wrestling show and I can't remember what it's called.
It's called Not Another Wrestling Show.
How could I forget?
Ah,
So I don't know if anyone said anything on TikTok. I can't see it.
Moody579 says hi.
Oh, hi.
That's it.
uh,
Yeah, as I said, TikTok dies off pretty quickly after a game. The YouTubers seem to like to stick around and have a bit of a chit chat, but all the other platforms have a
Totally
tendency to
fine.
just drop off once the game is done and dusted.
absolutely. Yeah, Mookie, look, those boys get paid millions, don't they? Like, you know, like what
Good
if
Lord, millions.
Jalen Brown just signed an extension for like $30 million? Like, it's crazy. They're gonna have to. The Celtics are gonna have to trim some of that to get their salary cap down. But yeah, their salary cap. The NRL wishes they had the NBA salary cap. It's just
Do they have a salary cap? Do they even? There you go.
they've got to get it down for like tax reasons and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that the Celtics are going to be trading either Drew Holiday or Kristaps Porzingis. That could change because of the Tatum injury now. So, you know, there is a really wild, outlandish idea that Dallas could trade their first round draft pick, Cooper Flagg, who is an up and coming gun in college basketball. Dallas could trade him to the Celtics for Jaylen Brown. I don't want to see the Celtics break up the Jays, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Obviously, I mean, I love them both. I think that Jason Tatum would be a franchise player there, 100%. But hey, we said that about Luka and Dallas, didn't we? Everybody thought that. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to think about trades. I hate thinking about trades, and the trade deadline's my birthday, which sucks. So yeah. But it's crazy to watch some of them. Yeah, the way they play, like Robinson gets paid $14 million. What about Ben Simmons? He's like the most overpaid basketball player that just sits on the bench. Like, it's just, he's always injured. So he just, you know, gets paid to sit around and watch his team play and mostly lose. So anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that we don't have time to go down tonight. And I need stats in front of me. I can't just run off the top of my head. All right.
Odd
Now-
Poppet's waiting for the theme music.
Now we should finish up.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. Been fun. What a game that was. Made up for that die roll game between the Eels and Knights. And we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us for this one. Catch you next
It's been
time.
awesome.
Enjoy
See you
the theme
tomorrow.
music, Odd Poppet.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. for the jokes and 10 pants last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a road. Sideline jokes to post-match tales. All the big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporting crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer.